you all, and we've got a supporting cast here. So usually people that are going to be puppeteers, they need to put their arms in the air. We like being straight, like that. Okay, we do like to talk, because it's part of our act. Okay?
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Okay, well, why are you all so happy out there? Misery's kind of underrated, don't you think?
Well, not really underrated, but it works for us. You see, one of the things that we like to do at Comic-Cons is talk to everyone out there that are having a good time. You guys are having a good time, aren't you? Well, I'd like to see that, because this is what works. Now, are you have anything to say over there?
What's my name?
You are having a problem.
What is my name? Oh, look at my thumb. Oh, it is working. You're right.
Well, if you don't have a name, then you shouldn't be talking. Just stay speechless. It'll work for you.
My name is, you in the Star Trek shirt. What's your name? Yeah, you. Brett? My name is Joe.
Yeah, it figures. One of those. Great.
But I do like that Star Trek shirt. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's good.
It says Washington Red Shirts.
You can buy it.
What?
You can buy it. You're at a con.
All right. Did you buy that here, sir? You bought it. We're on the East Coast. We're all from the East Coast. Where are you from?
Oh,
we don't
see,
care.
You're a little on the lower side, aren't you? Okay, well, we won't talk to you. You come up tomorrow. And how are you doing over here?
I'm doing okay.
You're not quite sure what you're doing.
No, my name is Grump.
Your name is Grump?
My name is Grump.
Okay, we're going downhill on this one.
No, I'm the happy guy.
Are you really?
Yeah.
This isn't a therapy session, I have to tell you. It's not one of those. We're here to entertain and excite all the people that are out there. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can see why you did a mystic. And how are you doing over there? Yep, this is what happens. You can't even see the pupils on his eyes. So you have anything to say? And you're a radio guy, huh? Nothing to say. That's how you stop radio people from talking. Put a character on their hand and they won't know what to say. Don't give them a hand to hold the mic. Yeah, that's it. Don't give them a hand to hold the mic. So, as you guys get a chance to see, us characters live a whole different life, way above what would be the plane of the camera. You got that? Alright. So,
Why don't I have pupils? Why did you make me like this?
you want pupils, they're out there.
Oh, that's pupils.
Yeah, well, they're good for you. You can't see a thing. You are in Colorado.
And also, you have
They
to
look
stick.
like
You
this
have
out
to
here.
stop talking. You have a stick to manipulate your arms. I don't. I don't have pupils, and I don't have working arms.
You know, there's one, two creatures in this room, and I think it's you. You just...
I would hit you. I would hit you if I had mobility in my clitoris.
Try that again. Hey, this isn't like Kermit and Piggy. Now hold up.
Hey, stop that. There's no reason to be like that. You there. You there.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. What?
No reason to start hitting people.
No. Now I've got something to bug because look, Jack's got one, and his has got little arm maneuvers, and mine doesn't. Look at the one Jack has. Look at the one Jack has.
What? I'm looking.
He's got the hand moving things. The guy doesn't even speak. You can talk
You
about
really
that.
got a problem, don't you?
My arms are tired. I had to fly in from New York last night,
And your arms are tired?
and my arms are. I flew it on a plane. That's it. And you ask why I'm upset.
Well, look, you could be a tossed salad. That could work for us, too. You're looking a little green around the grills there. You better watch this.
I can't tell because I have
You
no
better
eyes.
watch the discount. They may roll you and smoke you.
Actually, does Jack want to talk?
I think I'm gonna smoke myself.
Yeah, well,
Well, this
it
is kinda
starts
wrong.
out like this it ends up like that. But I'm lost in the room.
Oh, okay. So does anybody in the audience, have any questions?
Would you like to go to the Q&A part of the show?
And if anybody has a really good pun, we'd like to hear it. But a question, we got a question right here in the front row.
I was curious about how you figure out what textures to use for the puppet work.
I'm not a puppet, I'm a fabricated American. Let's get this straight right now. But what was your question again?
What kind of textures do you, how do you figure out the textures of the bodies?
Usually it's therapy. Usually what they do is bring us into a room, do a sketch. This will work for you, go to Walmart or Joanne Fabric. And from then on, we're here. Does that answer it for you? Cool, all right, who's next? What is your problem?
I just want to see what kind of phone you have. Don't look at me, look at me.
It's a galaxy thing.
Don't put your arm down.
Oh, he's still here. He's still here? Yeah.
Oh, look, we got a service member.
We have another question out there.
Hey, what do you think about the Jim Henson puppets? And did you ever get to work with a few of them or anything like a creature shop like them or whatnot?
Did you enter this room at the top of the hour? Say that question again because I'm not quite sure where you're going.
Well, I was just wondering if you ever had any thoughts on the Jim Henson creatures or if you ever got to work with any creature shops like the Jim Henson creature shop.
He wants to know if you ever worked in a shop like Jim Henson's.
I own one.
He started by working with Jim Henson. You weren't here at the beginning of the panel, were you?
No, see, I told you he wasn't. I asked if he was in the middle of the road.
If he was from the Army, he would have been here on time.
That's right. Well, then you flew in late. There you go. He's with you.
Next question.
Okay, next.
Did you guys ever work like the Lance Striders and like that, or see how they're built or anything?
Well, we all saw how they were built, and we did. Bill here did work with the video that was used in the behind the scenes, but he made it because he's one from London.
Yeah, what was the question?
Did you work in building in the Lance Striders or operate them at all? Or?
No, well, I'm going to speak English now, as you're asking me a question.
That's pretty good from an English.
That's such relief. No, I didn't build anything to do with the Land Striders, but at one stage there were going to be more Land Striders, and then we had to drop one, and it was either me or the person who helped create them, in that he was a certain stilt walker brought in to see what could be done on 4 stilts, and it was only right that he got to play.
Now, what everybody would probably want to know is, if you haven't seen it, is the fact that the Lance Riders, there was a giant crane above them to keep them upright so they wouldn't kill each other or kill themselves. But it was a lance in the right direction. Oh yeah, go ahead. Any other questions? Oh, there's a hand way in the back.
Yeah, I was just wondering, with the main characters, the Skeksis and Mystics, how many different versions of each particular puppet would they have to have? Because it seems like, with the dinner scene, you're showing them from the waist up, and then the other one's like the Trial by Stone, we're showing them like the full body doing action. Are there different puppets for that, or are you just filming different?
Do you want to answer this?
The Mystics.
Hey,
either the Mystics, the Mystics didn't really do much action, they did slow stuff, but the Skeksis didn't work, they did interactive type stuff.
well, the Skeksis, there were a number of different ones. For the long shots, and I can say this, for the long shots, they were all just someone walking around, okay? Pretty much like the one you see in the room back here. Okay, then they had where they would drop the floor, and there would be an operator for all the close-up shots.
Hey, Bill.
And then, uh-oh.
Bill.
Yes.
Hey, Bill.
Yes.
How long you been doing this? How many years?
I recognize that voice. Where is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, Felix Silla. What do you think this is, Oz? What's the deal?
What side of the rainbow are you working?
Don't pay attention to the bad guy.
That was Cousin It from the
Thanks,
Fosters.
Felix. Yeah. So there were a number, and to answer your question, there were many, many different versions of the Skeksis just because of long shots and close-up.
With the Mystics, I think there were only one of each.
Right.
There was one double Mystic where that Mystic needed to be playing, it was a kind of harp-like thing, so there was a two-person Mystic. So there were two people operating 4 arms. Most of the time it was one person operating all 4 arms with one hand, because the other hand was in the head. In addition to Bill's answer about the Skeksis, there were of course some long shots where they used midgets or little people because they have the right sort of body proportions of big shot.
Well, just check it out.
Just check.
To see what Simon said.
That's it. Well, then do some Simon
Did you
Says,
say
okay?
Simon Says?
All right, you. No one asked you. Okay, any other questions?
Next question.
I have a question.
One of the questioners is going to ask a question. Whoa.
A questioner is going to ask a question.
Has there been any advances in technology of creating the puppets, or is it staying pretty similar since the 70s or 80s?
There has been. One of the things that are used now is a lot more silicone. We don't use foam latex like that. Anyway, I wouldn't know, me personally, I'm here, but I would know, but silicone would have replaced the foam latex processes. It's much more stable, and it won't deteriorate. Does that answer your technical question?
Yeah.
Go to our problem.
Okay, Wednesday. Wednesday has a question. Wednesday. We just were visited by Cousin It a minute ago. Now we have Wednesday.
And I thought it was Friday.
No, the girls Wednesday.
Go ahead.
So usually when you're creating a new character, how long does it take you to create like character development and aspects of that character?
Well, me personally, years, it's perfect. Anyway, it depends on how they're drawn up, what processes we need to use, and how complicated they can be. Me, I've been complicated for
I think there was another question up here towards the front. Oh, Luigi has a question.
Yeah.
My mistake. Mario. Closer, closer, closer.
Always way in the back.
One in the back.
You haven't seen anything with those eyes. Way in the back.
I was just curious how old are these puppets? How would they last?
I said I was a fabricated American, not a puppet. If I want to be a puppet, I'll go politics.
That's a good question. You said that these guys, these Greek guys, are pretty new. Right? The one I have right here is pretty new, right? I'm pretty new.
You what?
This one's pretty new.
No.
So it was new.
No. New for you.
Well, the cheer's new for me. No, just, okay.
You're new for me, but that's...
How old am I? How old am I?
You don't know?
I don't know. I can't see with my
Well,
arms.
let's see. 2003 Monster TV first appeared.
Oh wow, so this is 14 years old. Oh,
Yeah.
it's in pretty good condition actually.
It got that.
And how old are
We
you?
have a
How old's the Barlow?
I'm 300 years old, and I've been around for a long time on the side of a building. What's it to you? Okay, and he's from very little, and he is probably 6 or 7 years old. And same over there, he's a carbon copy of you.
I got that.
Okay.
Don't insult me.
Did that answer your question? Well, we have some here at the show that date back to what Jim and Frank used at the Ed Sullivan Show in 1966. And they are here. But all the other ones come from 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, and on up. Oh, back here.
I don't know if all of you fabricated Americans have personally worked with Jim Henson, but for the rest of you all, what's a memory that you share with him that would be something you wouldn't find in a documentary or written by
We'll let Bill tell that story in a little while. Okay?
Henson question?
Anyone who would like to?
Hold that.
I know Jim Henson. I knew Jim Henson, but I didn't know Jim.
We'll hold that question for one of the last one.
Okay.
Okay. Sound good?
Sound good? All right.
Okay, you
Mr.
got
Air Force again would like to ask you if you ever worked with anybody like Jim Henson again.
I can see this guy's going to be a fly-by-night, but that's all right. Go ahead.
Actually, I have a different question. In y'all's opinion, do y'all like the buildings or public ones up there, or maybe larger or massive ones like the ones that Brian did for Farscape?
Who you called small fly boy?
Really? Well, he's kind of been in everything. So, small, big, it depends whatever they want him to do. So, like the ball, we all have different things. What about you? Like,
I tend to play the large ones, so I prefer
More details about the Aquamarine, please see the
These are fun,
information.
but you know,
Lots
it's a
going on
different kind
tomorrow.
of
We have
technique.
celebrities, we have
Sometimes
autographs,
with
we
something
have
like the Mystics and the Garfield
we have
stuff.
speed dating cosplayers. Make sure
any
you
other
check it
questions?
all out.
We'll go back to the guys behind our greatness.
Any more questions? All right, we'll do that. We'll put our puppets down and we'll answer that question and maybe
This is the
more.
part I don't like. Back on number 5.
Thank you very much, Bruno.
I'll tell you one thing about that one over there, that's RU Rescue. And that one was built for Linda Blair, who's going to be here tomorrow. Is Linda here?
She's probably flying in tonight.
Oh, okay. So she'll be here tomorrow. We built that for her dog foundation, which, so we created it to help her with, she loves the dogs, and we want to help promote what she's doing and taking care of the dogs. So our rescue was exactly to help Linda, and that showed how the power of characters can help people get involved in other things. Now we have to answer his question back here. So, fun Jim Henson story that you want to read about? Well, there's many of them, but one little fun one was, I was at Jim's place in the Sherry Netherlands, and he wasn't there yet, so Johnny and I were there, and I was going to show Jim my new film, and the Moochies. And we're in this place, and Jim was still moving stuff in, and it was, penthouse, not a lot of furniture, and it had a little kitchen, a very tiny kitchen, like you see in a hotel, little kitchen. And when Johnny says, "Oh, I'm hungry, Bill, see if there's anything in the kitchen," and now you're in Jim Henson's place, one of his places. So I walk in there and I open the kitchen, and I could have sworn Rizzo the Rat was there. Because all that was in the fridge was a dead carcass of a turkey or a bird. And it looked like all the rats came in, took them all, and this was all there. And so Johnny said, "So is there anything there? Did Dad leave anything?" And I go, What do you think? He says, "Well, we gotta eat something." And then Jim called, and we were starved. So Jim came up with Cheryl Henson, and he didn't have any furniture in the living room, and there's my little living room. And they brought in this little pie, and there's 4 of us. So I wanted Jim to see this video, and he said, "We're gonna eat." Okay. Where are we sitting? On the floor. Okay. What are we eating? Quiche. I had no idea what a quiche was. So, this little pan like pie, and if somebody said quiche, I'd go, "Oh, so whatever." I was so hungry that it was the greatest thing in the world to eat this quiche, and I'm eating it like a pie. And Jim's like looking at me, and he's like, "You really like quiche? Never had it before. I'm starved." Oh, well, then go at it. Go ahead. We're sitting on the floor and he's watching one film and I did. And it's just like quiche experience. It was so funny. It's like sitting with Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy.
an interesting Henson story?
Not that I could say in public.
And they can't read about it.
Yeah, not really. I don't really know. I mean, the kind of person he was is a bit, well documented. He's a great, fun guy. He's a good leader. But, there's more stuff you can read about him. There are private things you kind of keep them private, right? Sort of, not give you.
Except for the key story. That was a good story. I like the key story. I was hungry.
I have a Henson story. Yeah, I'll tell my Henson story. So when I was in college, a long time ago, I took an art class. I just got out of the office, 23 years old, and in the class was just a bunch of students who were 19, 20 years old, and then we had an older lady who sat in the back, and then there was me. And then one of the assignments we had was make a poster, and they're like, just make any poster you want. It was Photoshop. Just learn how to use Photoshop. So I decided to do a poster of a horror movie, and I decided to make my horror villain Kermit the Frog. So I inverted his eyes, and I put a bloody hatchet in his hand, and I put a bloody heart in his hand. This was about 13 years after Jim passed. And the teacher saw it just before I brought it to the classroom to display it with all the other art students. And he's like, that's a really cool piece, but you can't show it in class. I'm like, what? It's not that vulgar. He's like, do you know the old lady who sits in the classroom? And I'm like, yeah, Jane. He's like, yeah, that's Jane Henson. Like, how ironic that she was in my class when I did it. She was a great lady though. And
Jane was great.
She looked just like, just like her. You could see it in her face, the shape of his baby. Eyes, and the hair. She told me that.
Well, she'll tell you that you're okay. She said, don't use it.
No, because this baby has that like distinctive kind of hair, the way it grows down. Same exact hair.
Yeah, I can see that. She was, very. We called her plain Jane because she really was just an average person that came in, very comfortable clothes, and you would not even know that was Jane Henson. She'd sit in the room. Well, Jim would be the same way, but you'd notice him. But Jane, you wouldn't have. She could be sitting among the air. You would never even know.
Yeah, I was in class.
You would have no idea that she was even in the room. I did have one John Henson story. John is the fourth kid down. There's 5 kids. John is not with us anymore, but Johnny came over to a Halloween party. Man, I didn't even know it was him. It was really masked. They came in playing this old man. And I had a whole bunch of tapes that I was cutting from old Jim Henson stuff to cut that they needed the Hensons. And we were just playing. And they were a bunch of things. So Johnny eventually unreeled this mask, and here it is. It's John. And he's like, we're like, hey, John, glad you made the party. So he's hanging out. And we're watching this puppet thing, these commercials. And he's going, oh, these are really good commercials. But they're old, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Who did them? And I said, really? What do you mean? It's your mom and dad. They did that? Yeah, way before you were born, yes. But he had no idea. It was just funny how that whole world, they would see something new every day that they don't even know that went on because, they were associated. But the old Wilkins commercials that Jane did, Johnny, they looked fresh and brand new. It was really fun. It was just great to see that view that you didn't know there was physical.
I just want to ask if we have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think as a leader talk about lighting and cameras?
Excuse me?
Lighting and cameras?
What about it?
In the video.
Oh, well, yeah, that's a whole class for Stan Winston School. You know who Stan Winston was? You ever know what Stan Winston was? All right, Stan Winston was a pioneer. And an interesting story, and I don't know if you know this, Stan Winston was a very successful makeup artist up until Dark Crystal came along. And he saw Dark Crystal, your performance, and he watched this thing in the movies, and he goes, wow, I can do that. And this is the man that was inspired by Dr. Jim Henson, and who brought us Aliens, Terminator, Jurassic Park, all because of the film that you were in and Jim Henson did. Inspired another person who became one of the biggest movie icons in movie history himself. When Stan passed in 2008, he left a legacy of great art and design. And Matt Winston had come to all of us who build and create these things in the movie industry and said, Dad would love nothing more than be able to move this stuff forward. So we have all got together, many artists, not only me, but many other people were asked to come in and teach a class for the Stan Winston School of Character Art. So we all are faculty members. We've been on video, download the school. You want to learn how to build anything, do art, create anything, go to the Stan Winston School, and you can see we do puppets for television and film. We also have DVDs here. You might just promote it for the Stan Winston School, but you can learn. So if you want to know how to become an artist, a makeup artist, a sculptor, whatever, go to the Stan Winston School of Character Arts. It's all of us in the industry teaching you the stuff you can get from Home Depot and go to be what we do in the industry. And that's how we're going to Carol Light.
Funny that she brought that up, and one thing I wanted to mention about is that you just recently won the second Emmy for lighting and set design.
That's correct. I won this year. I was nominated 3 times for Emmy, and I won for set design for Fox.
I actually had interviews with you at the Emmys. You, me, and Mark Dodson and Felix.
Yeah.
And you decided to come eat with us instead of one of the
And I did not
Emmys.
go to the Emmys.
So cool.
I still get it. I just didn't have to go sit there and listen to time for 4 hours and walk up on stage.
Your statue's actually.
I have one here.
So what's that experience like? Do you get like a gift certificate somewhere too? Basketball leagues?
The Academy every year come to the Academy Awards. And, it's a lot of things. When I got my first one, I couldn't believe it. And then when I got the second one and nominated, I'm like, really? That's right. It really does change a lot. So it's great. And I'm like, another one I'm talking about. I guess the audience in the world, that's good.
All right, we have time for a couple more questions. So we have one more question. You're a Star Trek fan. You asked a question, so we'll have to ask the other Star Trek person. You have a good question, don't you?
I have one right about a moment while you guys are actually reviewing the puppets. You have to work up that stamina and keep your arms up that long, or how long?
It's a way to learn to be a puppeteer. Go to New York City and wave down taxis. Taxi, next!
How long do you figure our arms were just up? How long do you figure? How long were we doing? 5 minutes? 15 minutes? This muscle right here in my shoulder is killing me. Right. It hurts.
It was funny because there was a show to be a survivor, and everyone was watching it, so fans were watching it, and they did this thing on one of the islands where people had to stand in line and hold something up for a long period of time. The first one went down. Of course, the families tell me, "You can do that, Dad. You'll be there. You'll win this one." So yeah, I mean, one of the things is that I always train my puppeteers to be live performers on live stage, because now you have to perform for 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Television, we get to go down, and if you guys want to start watching Land of the Moon, it's being made on Facebook, you'll see a very long time when we're up there. But to me, it's second nature. So I can do it for a lion. I don't even know where these guys will just start seeing them do this, and their arms will start going down. When he performs, he's doing a whole bunch of lower, all different muscles that he's using. When Carol Smitty or I are big characters like a dragon, he's a big bird, it's second nature. Everything is suspended, all the action happens over here. So this 18 inches come alive. This is our performance, this is our stage. But if you go to the Stan Winston School of Character Arts, you can get a video and watch it yourself.
All right, well, that's it for our panel. That would have to be our last question. But these two gentlemen will be here for the neighborhood convention, as will I, if you care. And I want to thank you guys very much for coming. The two of you were great. Jack, all right. And we're all friends.
And do me a favor, go see Simon, go see what he has, learn all the stories about Dark Crystal and Star Wars. I guess you're doing a Star Wars panel, aren't you?
Yes, tomorrow. What time?
Tomorrow at 4 or 4:30. Elias, 4:30? 4:30. It's 4. 4. Never mind, 4. It is 4. Tomorrow at 4.
There are lots of posters around the venue, any that tells you the time of all these panels.
Yeah, I didn't know there was a test, so I didn't study for it. I didn't know there was a test, so I didn't know it was going to be good. So it's tomorrow at 4, and it's going to be
It's called Moss Eisley.
Moss Eisley's 40th anniversary Star Wars panel. We're going to have Darth Vader, Spencer Wilder. We're going to have Timothy Zahn, the author. We're going to have you, another actor. We're going to have me, a Star Wars artist. And I'm missing one. Colin Contrell, the guy who designed the Death Star, is here. Yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting. He's got a cool video he's going to bring. It's about 5 minutes and 16 seconds long. I remember that, but not the time. But anyways, 5 minutes and 15 seconds. We're going to play that, and it'll be a good panel. I'm sorry I didn't take away your panel.
Now, my only thing I can add about Star Wars is I knew Peter Cushing. And